But here is the new frame. What would happen if we stopped thinking about shorts as final performances and started seeing them as creative drafts? We've all been told that shorts are about going viral and quick hits and instant growth. But what if we've got it all wrong? And what if shorts weren't content but rehearsal? Up till now, I thought about shorts that same way too. Let's just speak to the elephant in the room, which is if your main video content is long form, then shorts watch time isn't touching the sides of that. It's not even included. Remember, to get monetized, we need, for long form videos, we need 4,000 watch hours and we need 1,000 subscribers. If we are using shorts as our main content, then we need 10 million views over the last 90 days. Now, I don't know about you, but shorts are like a little bit of my bit on the side, and the long form video is my main gig. So let's talk about YouTube Shorts, because I've just had this realization. I'm really stoked about having this realization about shorts and just how they can contribute to your growth as a creator, being experimental, you just making more engaging content and content that resonates with people. So let's have a little talk about that. Everyone is chasing trends. They are experimenting. They are copying, putting their own spin on it. But that's all a good idea. And we're experimenting with hooks to use. Now, I'm not necessarily looking up lots of hooks. I'm not very good at the hooks. I don't really know even how to start videos. I just think I start making videos and I think, I haven't even said what my name is. But anyway, who wants to keep on saying your name when your name is Karen? So not me, but I digress. So yep, people think that shorts are about, trying to get a viral hit. Now, the thing to bear in mind about viral shorts is that if you were to make a short and about, let's say, drink bottles, and it was super popular and you just got umpteen thousands of views about it, and all these people just flocked to your channel and they subscribed. What about if your channel isn't about drink bottles, but one day you just had the realization to make a short about drink bottles? So, the whole trends thing and all of that, because people are going to be expecting for you to have more videos, long form videos about drink bottles, because that's what they've all come here to subscribe for. And an example that I can think of is a woman, Anna, I don't remember what her channel is, but she was making videos about growing on YouTube. And then she does have a fabulous New York apartment, and she thought she would make a video about that. So she made a video about that and people subscribed for that. But then she doesn't want to make more videos about her apartment and furnishings and all those kinds of things. So what do you think happened to all those disappointed subscribers? And she ended up I think she either deleted that video or she just left that channel and started again. But that's the little fish hooky thing about going viral. So I propose a different way of looking at shorts. If you are doing all the, I think it's probably more a TikTok thing than a YouTube Shorts thing, where people are just hard chasing the trends and just the super fast engage to people, because the scroll is really fast on TikTok. But that can lead to the pressure to perform. It can lead to potentially to burnout. You don't want to be inconsistent as well, because we know that YouTube, the algo, does not like that. So that could be tough on new creators. What is it? Should I be doing just longs? Should I be doing just shorts? Because even before you start on YouTube, there's a lot of shiny objects to look at, isn't it? And before you know it, you start researching YouTube, and then one day you realise that you've turned into Harrison Ford on Raiders of the Lost Ark, and there are just shiny objects everywhere, and there are tunnels and like little cliffs and things like that, and boogeymen and people that can get to you and make you go broke, you know, if you end up by buying their courses and they aren't legit. Christy and I did a live this morning and we were talking about, you know, fish hooky creators that sell products and courses and like don't deliver, hypothetically. And when you start, of course, there's an overwhelming amount of inputs that are just coming in on all the directions. And yeah, I mean, come on. Who's got the time for just researching endlessly with regard to, should I do longs only or should I do some shorts? Now, quick little backstory about me. I started this channel on longs only because I was scared of shorts, and I thought if I do any shorts, that's just going to somehow water down my channel and it's going to distract, you know, the audience, and I won't be able to kind of build a community because, you know, my channel will look messy and I'm just not doing something like cohesive, like just longs. So I started doing just longs, and then I learned that actually you can get subscribers. Sometimes results may vary from, you know, putting out some shorts, because for some reason that just happens to be the case. Now, in a way, why don't we just look at shorts as being like a mini little snippet of a video? So if you think about the Vine video, you know, when Vine was around 6 seconds, that was a massive, massive hit. So if people want to consume a short little story, I think it's a short story, isn't it? Maybe compared to a bit more of a novel. Not being technical here about writing, just trying to kind of like have a couple of metaphors to kind of just hang my thinking on. So if you think that some people like a short story and some people like a longer one, like a novel, well, maybe that's the shorts and the longs. All the new inputs, as a new creator, you are taking lots of stuff on board. It is a tsunami of new words, concepts, rules, advice, conflicting advice. Who do you listen to? And we have the reality that in our jobs, before we became YouTubers, after 40 years old, we're quite used to being competent and accomplished and experienced. So you get into a bit of a comfort zone with that. And I don't know, you've got a certain identity that you are good at what you do. It's hard to do something new that is building in public. So you want to be a YouTuber, you want to be seen, but then do you? Because you have to do all of that new beginning stuff. And the beginning stuff is going to be super imperfect, right? But to me, imperfect is the new perfect. Imperfection is the new perfection. That's what I think. Yeah, so we are used to being competent and accomplished, and it's scary thrusting yourself onto a stage when probably up to this point in your life, you've tried to avoid being on the stage. But if you've had leadership roles and, you know, you've ever had to get up and do a speech at the end of the soccer season, maybe for one of your kids or anything like that, then yeah, you know that public speaking, while it doesn't kill you, that's just to say you don't want to look silly. We're a bit older now. We're used to being good at what we do. We've got a certain identity. And now do we really want to go back to zero by being a new YouTuber? That's the thing. What would happen if we stopped seeing shorts as final performances and started seeing them as creative drafts? Like sketches before a painting, or like open mic nights for ideas and practice and just showing up, like training wheels for using your voice, recording yourself, practicing connecting with your one person you're talking to, camera presence, which is really just about being present and telling stories. So yeah, we are talking about giving value in your short. There's no doubt about that. We want to give value. Otherwise, no one's going to watch. You know, like the competition is just so high now on YouTube, but it is making shorts without the sole objective to get views or to go viral. So the flipperoo that I'm doing is, instead of you know, relying and hoping that that short is going to perform and do something good out there, it's actually about, you know, having an inner knowing that you're going to make a bunch of shorts and you're just going to try stuff out. And how it goes is how it goes. Because you know what? Let's not forget that shorts views don't even touch the sides of your long views, right? If you are mainly a long form content creator, all your views, all your watch hours are going to be from your longs, because, you know, forget about trying to get 10 million views in 3 months, unless that is your strategy on your channel. But, you know, it doesn't matter. It does not matter how many views your shorts get. Let's say you learned to tell a story. You learned to tell a story in 30 seconds. And actually, let's say that, you know, you did get some good comments. You got some good views. But regardless of both of those, maybe you recognized within yourself that, you know, there was a shift and it just felt right. It felt like there was a beginning and a middle and an end of the story. And that was something that you hadn't actually achieved before. Yeah, so again, we're talking about using shorts as a rehearsal or practice. Shorts as a rehearsal or practice. So are you following me here? You could, one, test out hooks. So trying different opening lines across a bunch of shorts. No one cares. It's just a piece of content. And obviously, you know, you want to like the short that you know, upload to your channel. You don't want to upload anything that you're not proud of. But number two, you could experiment with tone. So, you know, is it serious? Is it light? Is it, you know, dry sense of humor? Are you being vulnerable? Is it educational? Is it informative? Is it edutainment? Number three, you could use shorts to validate topics for potential long form videos. So just see what sparks, see what comments you get, see if you get any saves or any shares. Number four, all of that practice that you're going to get by making some shorts is all practice for getting better at speaking on camera. And you have to do that. You have to do the hard yards there. No one can do that for you. And you will have heard of that experiment way back when. I really don't know when it was. I don't know if it was a 70s or an 80s or a 90s experiment, but it was I want to say ceramics. I think I saw the experiment today being described as a ceramics class. And, you know, the class was divided into two. Half the class was told by the teacher, okay, over the next 6 months, I want you to make, you know, as many pieces of, you know, pottery as you can. So you've got 6 months, make as many pieces as you can. The other half of the class was told, you've got 6 months and I want you to produce a really special piece of work. I want you to submit your best piece. You can only submit one. So this half of the class could submit a lot. This half of the class could just submit one piece. So I know that you know what happened there, but that is just to say, while I'm not saying like strike it rubbish and just publish, you know, on your channel, you know, anything that, you know, you just poor quality. You don't want to do poor quality, but, if we just drop the perfectionism expectation down and we just get a bit more playful with making our content. That's what I'm really, really talking about. Just taking a bit of a lighter approach to it. So the other thing too is the hidden benefit of making shorts without any expectation other than practice while giving value is that you are cementing your identity as a content creator. Publicly, you are a content creator, obviously, when you're making YouTube videos. And as I always say, you don't grow as a creator by imagining the journey and imagining all the potholes out in front of you and imagining how you're going to avoid those and imagining how you're going to somehow get better by imagining that you can get better, just like all of that, and that you're in control of all of that. Well, no. So yeah, you only grow by doing. And shorts, I'm suggesting, are a safe way to do it messy. So my new mantra is imperfect is the new perfect, or imperfection is the new perfection. So yeah, it's progress over polish, and you're putting in the recording hours without holding tightly to vanity metrics. And of course, you're building a library of videos on your channel that pleases YouTube no end, so that when subscribers come to your channel, if there are other things for them to watch while they're there, well, that's all good. Okay, you are in the good books with YouTube if you have got a little catalog, their little back catalog, and you've just got fresh content sort of popping out there. So the library, that is a body of work that reflects your journey and your growth. So let's just imagine a short that flopped in terms of views and comments, but it taught you pacing. Now, the messaging might not have been right, which is why it flopped. And maybe your visuals, weren't good enough, so that, you didn't get very many views or very many comments. But that video, let's say it taught you pacing. So, for example, this is about the third time. I think I've recorded it. Yeah, I've recorded this video. Now, this is the third time that I've had a go at recording this video, because I just felt that the first couple of videos I was relying too much on my notes and I was talking a little bit too slowly, and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm just a little bit bored here. I don't think I'm hanging out on my channel listening to me just try and, kind of like deliver my lines, as opposed to just kind of free flow it and just be able to speak a little bit more quickly, because I'm not bothered about making some mistakes with my words. And yeah, so for me, I like the pacing of this particular video, that I know that I'm going to be editing this take, not my first couple of takes. The first take, I got about halfway through and I just thought, yeah, nah, I just always know. I to be honest, that tends to be my recording workflow. I will record something once or twice, probably all the way through, before maybe it's me formulating my ideas so that I can talk about it a lot more quickly and more easily and a bit more natural. And I just feel like, I don't know, the pace that I'm speaking now, I just find it a little bit more engaging than the super boring way that I was speaking in my first couple of tries before that. But that's okay. So, okay, we've learned pacing. What about this one? What about a short that did well and it led to a long form video? Have you ever had that? Have you ever made a short And, you know, like, it hasn't been a short that has been repurposed from a long form, obviously. It is just a intentional short that you made. So have you ever made a short and then afterwards it's just put you in a different frame of mind where you've been thinking about, actually, is there more? Do I have more to say on that? Is there more, you know, ideas to explore about that? Is there something that I can go and look up? Is this a video that, you know, I don't really see in my in my niche? And, you know, I think that, you know, it's a valuable concept and idea, and I want to explore it further. And so, you know, times like that can lead to maybe a phase of, you know, you just having a shift in your confidence because, you know, some things pulled off. You didn't expect it, but it did. So, yeah, and all of that is because you posted imperfectly. Okay, I'm into the posting imperfectly, and because I have given up my Premiere Pro subscription, I don't even think I'm going to be faffing around with this video too much to edit it. I'm moving to CapCut, really thrilled about that, but a little bit scared about all the little updates, about them just getting inside the skin of your phone and your soul. Who needs that? All right, so shorts. I like the idea of shorts. If you have not got that yet, I like the idea. Honestly, I really am into now this idea of shorts as creative drafts. Yep, in a way, you know, it's a performance, if you like, because you are publishing it, but you're not actually setting out with the intention of making the most amazing short that you've ever made. And I'm not even talking about doing like super random, you know, shorts like the drink bottle thing, and then that's your only drink bottle thing, and then all the people came to you for your drink bottle. But, you know, really what I'm saying is it's not about chasing trends. It's about chasing, you know, some truth, your voice, your style, and, you know, what's the message? What are your messages that you want to, you know, you want to create and put out there and give value, V for value. So yeah, don't wait until you're ready to create. Don't wait until you're ready to create. Don't wait until you're ready to create a long form video. You can just have fun with the shorts. Rehearse your way there. So, all of that being said, subscribe if you like this kind of content, this kind of unpolished content. And because I'm into growth without gimmicks, okay? But what do you think of that idea? What do you think? How do you view shorts? Are you a big shorts creator? Do you mainly repurpose from your long form? Are you a little bit scared about shorts? I was scared about shorts for a long time, months and months, maybe at least 6 months into my channel. I was scared of shorts and didn't make any. And then now I'm doing some repurposing with Opus clips, and, you know, I'm just, you know, taking the opportunity just to try and like make some little original ones as well. So what do you think about the idea anyway of just like creative drafts on your shorts, not the pressure to have some awesome piece of content? Because really, how awesome could it be if you know, have just kind of like sweated over it and I don't know, you know what I mean? Just you've spent such a long time on it, and then like sometimes you spend a long time on things and they just do not get the appreciation. They don't land as well as you hope that they would land. So yeah, anyway, thank you for watching this video. please subscribe if you like this video. And another video that you might quite like is how the fear of starting YouTube hits harder after you turn 50, or how give me 22 minutes and I will delete your fear of judgment. So you've got those two videos to pick from. So thanks.